Virgin River Season 4 will be returning this year, having been off our screens since last summer, and fans have been speculating about what the direction the fourth season will head in. Amongst the speculation is a pretty disturbing theory about Jack's sister Brie, who's played by Zibby Allen, a newcomer on the third season. Today, we are discussing the theory fans have been talking about surrounding Brie, so don't go anywhere. First up, what is this so-called theory surrounding Brie? Let's discuss. Virgin River Season 3 had a few shocks for us, but we are no closer to knowing who the identity of Jack's shooter is. There were plenty of other potential storylines for fans to get their teeth into when the show resumes for Season 4. One storyline we are interested in more than most is that of Brady being arrested at the end of the finale for the attempted murder of Jack. Fans were shocked by this revelation, as Brady and Jack were portrayed as friends, leaving fans to believe someone might have set him up. Jack even offered to hire Brady at the bar, so the idea that he would have then shot Jack doesn't really add up. Season 3 also introduced us to Jack's sister Brie, and some fans have moved to blame her for Brady's arrest, refusing to believe he could have been involved in Jack's attempted murder. Apparently, some fans believe Jack's own sister Brie could have been behind the attack, turning up at the bar to surprise her brother, but things obviously turned sour. Some think she got startled and accidentally shot her brother as the bar was dark, then blaming Brady for what happened instead of just simply explaining. She's also one of the only people with access to Brady's car after the pair struck up a romance in the third season. What do you guys make of this theory? We're not too sure, given the fact that Brie probably wouldn't have run off, leaving her brother to die on the floor of the bar. So what other theories do fans have? Stay tuned as we're discussing who the father of Mel's baby is. This is a pretty simple theory and ends with fans of Mel and Jack happy, as one Reddit user has suggested that Jack is actually the father. Mel herself has acknowledged that there is a small chance that Mark is the father, but our eagle-eyed Redditor has pointed out that math doesn't actually match up. The theory goes that Mel was only in LA for a few days, and there wouldn't have been enough time for Mel to have the procedure and also recover from it before she returned to Virgin River, so therefore, it must be Jack's. One fan said Mel was in LA for like 3 days and had the idea while she was there. I think she's pregnant with Jack's baby. At least I hope so. Another pointed out the fact that you don't pop in on a whim and do IVF. Sounds about right when you put it like that, right? Who do you guys think is the father of Mel's baby? Next up, we're discussing the possibility that Todd was the shooter. Some people seem to think Charmaine's new beau Todd is actually responsible for the attempted murder of Jack. As we all know, he isn't Mel's man's biggest fan. He's made no bones about the fact that he's not happy at the potential situation of sharing co-parenting duties with Jack, but he also wants Charmaine to cut ties with Virgin River completely by repeatedly bringing up the subject of the pair moving away from the town. It would solve a lot of problems for Todd if Jack wasn't in the picture anymore, and this rumor seems to be one we can get behind. What do you guys make of this one? Let us know below. Preacher's poisoning is the subject of our next theory. Stay tuned. So as we saw at the end of Season 3, Preacher's poisoned after drinking a soda given to him by an old friend of Paige's on the way to the forest. When they arrive, Preacher collapses and the friend runs off, but not before taking Preacher's phone with her. Later in the episode, we see Vince waiting for Christopher at Preacher's house, presumably to kidnap him. One particular theory suggests that Preacher isn't actually dead, but Paige might be, with Vince controlling the whole thing so he can get to Christopher. We are not sure how he would go to these lengths to get Christopher if Paige was actually dead, so we're not sure about the Paige theory. What do you guys make of this? Why would Vince want both Preacher and Paige out of the way? Give us your thoughts below. Our next theory is looking at Mike. On the surface, Mike seems like an okay guy. He works in law enforcement and is a friend of Jack's, but there's a theory suggesting that Mike isn't actually who we think he is. We know that it couldn't have been Mike who actually shot Jack, as we see him elsewhere shortly before Jack's shooting, but one theory suggests that he's actually framing Brady, with some people thinking he wants him out of the way so he can make a play for Brie. Brie. We think he might actually know the shooter and is covering for the person, but that would also involve him planting the evidence needed to frame Brady of the shooting, the gun. What do you guys think of this one? Any truth in it? Let us know your thoughts below. A Lizzie theory next. Stay tuned. Lizzie first appeared on our favorite small-town show in the second season, and since then, especially in season 3, she's been afforded more and more screen time, and some fans think the character is here to stay. The season finale saw Lizzie and Ricky split, and we also saw her rekindle her romance with her sleazy ex-boyfriend because Ricky had decided to enlist in the Marines. We know every character on the show serves a specific purpose, and we don't think Lizzie has done that just yet. There are two options for Lizzie. She can leave Virgin River and return to her hometown, or, and we think this is more likely, she will stick around. And we think we will learn more about her in the upcoming season. The writers have invested a little too much screen time on her to just cut her loose now, and we think this is the reason she will be staying in town. We could yet see Ricky reverse his decision to leave, which would also probably mean Lizzie stays in town too. What do you guys think? Our final theory concerns Mel and Jack. Some fans believe that Mel and Jack's storyline won't last, and the more we think about it, the more it seems likely. First and foremost, Mel kept a pretty big secret from Jack with regards to the frozen embryos, and as we all know, Jack isn't the forgiving type. Then there's the fact that this is a drama TV show, and there's always trouble brewing, especially when two people are involved in such a perfect relationship. The writers are bound to throw a spanner in the works at some point regarding their relationship, and we think season 4 could see them heading for choppy waters. How about you guys? Let us know if any of these theories make sense to you. Also, if there are any theories out there you've heard of that we haven't covered today, be sure to fill us in below. News of a new role for Zibby Allen now. Stick around. Allen, who plays Brie on the hit show, has recently bagged herself a shiny new role. She took to Instagram to give fans a behind-the-scenes look at a new project she's involved in. In the photo, we see the actress sporting a pink sweatshirt with a tan jacket over it, complete with an earpiece, as she is also behind the wheel of a car. The sneak peek has had fans talking, but there's little else known about the role. She did caption the photo, "Every new project feels like a strange little dream though, but don't tell us anymore." Fans commented on the picture, congratulating her on her new gig, and her Virgin River co-star, Marco Grazzini, also took time out to comment on her photo. The former Grey's Anatomy star has kept tight-lipped on the upcoming project, and it will be a case of watch this space. And finally, an update on when Season 5 will begin filming. Lead actress on the show, Alexandra Breckenridge, recently took to Instagram Live and fielded some questions about the show with fans. When asked when filming would begin, to which she replied she wasn't quite sure, but hoped it would be sometime this summer. Breckenridge recently sent fans into a panic after claiming she didn't want to film in winter in Vancouver anymore because it was so cold. A summer start date for filming would mean we should see the show a little earlier than if we have to wait until next winter, so we are all for this. What do you guys make of this news? As always, thanks for tuning in today, guys. And remember to stop by next time for some more fun and games. Also, why not share today's video with any Virgin River heads you know of? Bye, guys!